नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, MSBTEच्या डिप्लोमाच्या सेकंड सेमिस्टरला अप्लाइड सायन्स हा जो सब्जेक्ट आहे सिव्हिल आणि मेकॅनिकल ब्रँचसाठी त्याचा कोड आहे 22202. त्याची टीचिंग स्कीम आता आपण बघूया. अप्लाइड सायन्समध्ये दोन विषयांचा समावेश आहे, अप्लाइड फिजिक्स आणि अप्लाइड केमिस्ट्री. पहिले 3 युनिट जे आहेत अप्लाइड सायन्समधले ते असणार आहेत फिजिक्सचे आणि नंतरचे 3 युनिट जे आहेत ते आहेत केमिस्ट्रीचे. 70 मार्काची ऑनलाईन एक्झाम असणार आहे, जी फायनल एंड सेमिस्टर एक्झाम तुमची असणार आहे, जी जून एंड किंवा जुलैमध्ये असणार आहे. त्यानंतर 30 मार्कासाठी प्रोग्रेसिव्ह असेसमेंट असणार आहे. प्रोग्रेसिव्ह असेसमेंटमध्ये 20 मार्काच्या तुमच्या 2 क्लास टेस्ट होणार आणि त्याच्यामध्ये 10 मार्काचं मायक्रो प्रोजेक्ट असणार. 5 मार्काचं फिजिक्स आणि 5 मार्काचं केमिस्ट्रीचं मायक्रो प्रोजेक्ट असणार आहेत. असे हे 30 मार्क प्रोग्रेसिव्ह असेसमेंट थिअरीचे. त्यानंतर प्रॅक्टिकल एक्झाम जी आहे ती 50 मार्काची दोन्ही फिजिक्स आणि केमिस्ट्री मिळून असणार आहे. एंड सेमिस्टर एक्झाम फॉर प्रॅक्टिकल आणि प्रोग्रेसिव्ह असेसमेंट म्हणजे तुम्ही जे प्रॅक्टिकल परफॉर्म करणार आहेत त्याचा ॲव्हरेज जो आहे तो 50 पैकी असे 100 मार्क्स असणार आहे. हा आहे अप्लाइड सायन्स सिव्हिल आणि मेकॅनिकल ब्रँचसाठी 22202 हा त्याचा कोड आहे. आता आपण केमिस्ट्री बघूया. केमिस्ट्रीमध्ये जे 3 युनिट आहेत तर ते युनिट कुठले कुठले आहेत त्यातलं पहिलं युनिट जे आहे त्यापासून आपण सुरुवात करणार आहोत. Now this is first chapter, metals, alloys, cement and refractory material. This is first chapter of applied chemistry. Now let us see some basic concept. Definition of mineral, ore, gangue, or it is also known as matrix, then flux, slag and metallurgy. What is mineral? It is the naturally occurring substance in earth crust in which metal is present in native state or combined state. Native, that means free state, or it is in combined state, that means it may be in the form of oxide, sulfate, sulfide, carbonate, hydroxide, etc. मेटल जेव्हा मिळतो नॅचरली मिळतो तो तेव्हा तो एकतर फ्री स्टेटमध्ये असतो किंवा तो कंबाईन स्टेटमध्ये असतो, म्हणजे तो कोणाशी तरी त्याचं कॉम्बिनेशन झालेलं असतं. सल्फेट असेल, सल्फाईड असेल, त्याच्यानंतर कार्बन डायऑक्साईड असेल, ऑक्सिजन असेल, तर ह्या फॉर्ममध्ये तो मिळतो, त्यालाच कंबाईन स्टेट म्हणतात. मिनरल, that is the naturally occurring substance. Then what is ore? Ore, it is the mineral. Ore, it is the mineral from which metal can be extracted. असं मिनरल ज्याच्यापासून तुम्ही मेटल काढू शकता त्याला ओर म्हणतात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल क्ले अँड बॉक्साईट. क्ले म्हणजे माती, मातीमध्ये पण कॅल्शियम, ॲल्युमिनियम यासारखे मेटल्स असतात आणि बॉक्साईट जे आहे हे ॲल्युमिनियमचं ओर आहे. पण जेव्हा ॲल्युमिनियमचं एक्स्ट्रॅक्शन करायचं असतं तेव्हा ते बॉक्साईटपासून केलं जातं, क्लेपासून केलं जात नाही, यालाच ओर म्हणतात. ओर हे असं मिनरल असतं की ज्याच्यापासून तुम्ही मेटल एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट करू शकतात, दॅट इज द ओर. एव्हरी ओर इज अ मिनरल बट एव्हरी मिनरल इज नॉट ओर. नाउ व्हॉट इज गँग ऑर मॅट्रिक्स? The unwanted impurities which are associated with ore, that is known as gangue or matrix. It may contain clay, then rock, sand particles. They are associated with ore. It is known as gangue or matrix. Now what is flux? Flux, it is the substance which is added into ore to remove the gangue particles. It is known as flux. Then what is slag? Slag, when flux react with gangue particles, then fusible mass is formed. That fusible mass, it is known as slag. That means flux plus matrix, it gives slag. It is known as fusible mass which can be easily removed. Then metallurgy, the process of extraction of metal from the ore, that process it is known as metallurgy. Before the extraction of metal, let us see occurrence of metal. Metal occur in nature in 2 forms. First is native state, or it is also known as free state. That means they do not combine with any another metal or non-metal. This is known as free state. Silver, gold, platinum. These 3 metals occur in free state in nature, while other metals occur in combined state in nature. Combined state may include oxide, sulfate, sulfide, hydroxide, carbonate. Now this is type of ore, oxide type. Then ore examples are, some examples are given: hematite ore, bauxite, then cuprite, tin stone. Their chemical composition is also given: Fe2O3, then Al2O3, Cu2O and SnO2. And metal which is extracted from this ore, these are iron, aluminium, copper and tin. This is the ore and this metal is extracted from this ore, and these ores are present in the form of oxide. Now let us see another form of ores: sulfate, sulfite and carbonate. Their example, their chemical composition and which metal is extracted from that ore. Let us see another form of ore, sulfide form of ore. Examples are copper pyrite, CuFeS2, and copper is extracted from copper pyrite. Then galena, that is PbS, lead is extracted from galena. Then zinc blende, ZnS, zinc is extracted from the zinc blende. Then carbonate form of ore, carbonate form is limestone, that is calcium carbonate, calcium is extracted. Then magnetite, MgCO3, magnesium is extracted. Calamine, ZnCO3, zinc is extracted. Then last form of ore is sulfate form, Epsom salt, gypsum salt. Epsom salt, that means magnesium sulfate, and gypsum salt, that means calcium sulfate. Magnesium and calcium, these metals are extracted from these ores. This is the chart of combined state of ore in the form of oxide, sulfate, then sulfide and carbonate. Now let us see the process of extraction of metal from the ore. Now let us see the process of extraction of metal from the ore. This is the ore which is obtained in nature in the form of big stones. Then first process is crushing, that means the ore is crushed into fine powder with the help of big jaw crusher. Then after crushing you will get fine powder. Next method is concentration. Concentration, that means the removal of impurities or matrix from the ore. The concentration, it is done by two different ways: physical process and chemical process. Chemical process and physical process, they are different for different types of ore: gravity separation, magnetic separation, froth flotation. These are three physical process. Then chemical processes are two: calcination and roasting. This is froth flotation process. Then reduction, after concentration, that means after removal of impurities, the ore is obtained in impure form by the process of reduction. Reduction is done by three different ways. For different type of ore, again different method of reduction. Smelting, it is specially used for hematite ore. Then aluminothermic process, and third one is electrolysis process. This process, they are used for reduction of ore. Then after reduction, that means in reduction you will get metal, but it is in impure form. Therefore refining is done. Refining, that is the purification of metal to get extra pure metal. Refining is done by again four different methods: poling, liquefaction, distillation and electrolytic refining. Electrolytic refining we have seen in the first semester chapter electrochemistry. That means refining of copper by passing electric current, it is the electrolytic refining, and after that you will get pure metal from the ore. This is the process of extraction of metal from ore. This is pure metal and this is ore. Now we will see one by one.